episode 2 of I'm in Control podcast. I am Charity E, or the Charity E.
I am June Speaks, Mom J.
Oh.
When did you get a new name? We've had, this is the second episode. You can do what you want.
I can do what I want, Mom J.
I forgot what was that. I'm Misha.
I'm Janae. They try to be too fancy with their names, so
How did Kamisha forget who she was?
I'm Misha. I'm just tired.
she's still lost.
She's still lost in space.
Great. Awesome. So the second episode of our podcast is going to be about what, guys?
Dating!
How you know what dating is about?
Hey,
She
look.
got too excited about
Hey,
that.
look, because dating is still a part of my life. Not that I date. I've been married for 33 years.
Clean it
But
up.
I do have to have this conversation with the girls that I mentor. So dating is still a hot topic
Oh, yeah?
among teenagers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would say me and Kamisha are probably dating the most currently. Actually, I don't know, it's a stretch. But what do you think dating is?
I don't like the word talking. I think that's very juvenile. I hate the word talking.
So
What does that
played out.
mean? Like
Yeah.
7th grade.
What are y'all talking about?
Like talking.
Not right.
Oh.
I'm saying
You went over your head. It's okay.
okay. Well, I'm gonna start with what I think dating is. So dating to me is, it doesn't have to be just one, if that makes sense. So I can date multiple people
Oh, yeah.
at a time, and dating is when someone is pursuing you, they show interest, you go out on real dates, you're not
Real
texting,
dating. Yes.
you're not hitting me up at 11 p.m. saying, can I come over and
That's
watch
a blue
movies?
dog. Oh, that's Netflix and chill, right?
You're going out, you're going to eat, you're going to the movies, you're going to do activities. So that is what I think dating is. Yeah, what do you think dating is, Mom?
Dating is an interview process. Dating
Oh.
is designed for marriage. So unpack personalities, what type of personality they like, enjoy, and that's why you date and you start dating younger. So by the time you're your age, you should know what you're looking
What you
for
like,
Yeah.
right?
and what you don't like. So it's all an interview process, but you start the process very early, knowing that it's not time to get married, and then when you're your age, you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Janae, anything to add?
I mean, y'all just say it's trash right now, so I haven't married too long. I have no clue what the dating
She
scene-
forgets what dating
Well, but we can give your perspective on why you think dating
What it is.
right now in 2019 is so difficult for people that are single.
I think I'm going to come from the woman aspect first. I think that women let these men do too much. And then
Yeah,
they
way too
become
much.
wife way before they're even girlfriend. Like, why are you picking up his stuff from the cleaners? Why are you cooking him dinner every other night? Why are you watching his children
'Cause
if
he
he
better
has
than
them? No, he hasn't even given you a title. And then when
No.
you say, well, so what are y'all doing? Oh, I don't want to ask. But you're doing too much. Y'all doing too much.
So that's why you think dating is difficult, though?
I think it is because why would a man commit if literally the woman is doing everything?
Well, I'm saying you have to get to that point. Like, you have to
But-
get to dating.
No, women are just doing
They doing that for randoms.
And I agree with Janae because what it is, it's a competitive edge out there. Someone has said, someone has said, if you're gonna have to be better than the next person. So you think, well, if I do this for him, he's gonna think I'm the one. But it doesn't make him think you're the one. You're just a sponsor.
Like, are you supposed to wait to cook for somebody until y'all are officially dating? Like, if that's your boyfriend.
Oh, right. We have needed to have several dates, not like
Not like
hey, let's
second
meet
date.
at the
Yeah,
park.
no. You're not in my house on the
like the
second
actual date.
Yeah.
Because if he's coming to your home or whatever,
That's too much too soon.
yeah.
Can I say
that was
something?
good.
No, she has
Mine cooked for me.
Okay, what day? That was also in the 70s.
Yeah, y'all were like,
That was in the 80s.
But there are some guys who are chefs out there that just may want to cook for you. So it's not.
But
well, no, I'm
Dad.
saying,
It's Dad,
I think
though.
you missed
Dad.
what I was saying. Do you
Okay.
wait until that is your
You wait.
boyfriend to say, hey, I'm going to cook for you?
Do you-
We're going to backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Why is dating difficult in my eyes? I can't even get to the that is my boyfriend,
Gotcha.
girlfriend title because we're not really dating in the beginning. You're
Okay,
just
I can
hanging
talk.
out.
I can talk now. Now that I got my thoughts together.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
she woke
Just
up.
think
Yeah,
about it.
She woke up.
Do you know your name?
So I feel like what you were saying. What's the old school saying, Mom? You're milking the cow. You get the cow.
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying, to piggyback off what you're saying, buy the cow, get the milk for free, is cooking his breakfast, doing his laundry, picking up his kids from school, stuff like that, but he's not your boyfriend. So then he feels like, why do I have to commit? She's doing all the wifely duties, but she's not even my girl. So
Because again, it goes back
girls
to
do that to like,
I think that's a mom's responsibility, very young,
To teach them
is
not
to teach the young ladies that we don't do wife duties. So
Okay, but they moms are doing this. So.
I understand, but when you have this, and you can have multiple of these, and people, like Kamisha said, people are always in her DMs and different things like that.
Oh,
it's
wow.
easy.
You didn't Who's in your
thanks, Mom. Front street.
With men being able to have these multiple opportunities to pursue different women, and women, we're so quick to become
We get excited.
Yeah.
Oh, and we get
Yeah.
excited about
Yeah.
the attention.
Well, I like to give people a 3-date, what is it?
Minimum?
Min max. Like, I'll know by date 3
right.
if it's
Yeah.
But
legit
how do you
or
know
not.
about date 3 though?
What you mean, how do you know?
I mean,
You know if you can put up with that person, if he's gonna get on your nerves, if you don't like the way he chews.
Yeah, and then,
It's an interviewing process.
No,
if he,
chewing
if he
is
says salmon, if he says scrimp, if he doesn't know how to like,
I see
I'm sorry,
salmon.
it's salmon.
It's
If he doesn't know
salmon.
how to articulate his
Kamisha,
words,
okay.
if he doesn't know what Albanese is versus
I want to be
McDonald's.
married 33 years. Do you know what Mark looked like when I first started?
again, this is the 70s.
Yeah.
We can't, this is
But
like,
still,
That had a Jerry curl,
No.
and a big country buckle.
we both kind of molded one another.
Oh.
But you can
You
definitely-
molded him
No.
from hush puppies to designer.
Well,
Sorry.
Well, that's what stylists do. Stylists are good
Are
at
you a
that.
stylist?
I said, it takes 3 dates for me to know if I want to actually keep talking to this person and dating
Okay.
them.
Okay.
And you're saying that's not long enough. How's that not long enough?
You know somebody's sketchy. Hopefully you have
Red flags.
discernment. Hopefully you have discernment.
You're not answering my question, though.
Well, I'm just
repeat the question.
No, I'm just saying you should know after date 3 if you kind of sort of like them.
Right, that's what I said. And you go,
But-
that's not long enough.
Well, I'm just saying don't throw everybody out because sometimes it
Oh,
takes
well.
somebody else to warm up to you.
I kick some ass.
Okay, but when you get to 6 months,
No, you don't get to 6
no.
months.
What I'm saying is, so you're dating somebody, you pass a 3-week or 3-date minimum,
Yep.
and y'all still feeling each other, y'all like each other, you like the conversation, all of that, but then now y'all 6 months and he hasn't given you a title and you're not requesting one.
Who's not waiting 6 months is me. That might be
Well, I was gonna ask you that.
I know, right?
I mean, what's the grace period?
90 days. It depends on the guy, but it depends on the situation because I'm really busy with work. So it depends on
look
the busy. Look busy. So it just depends on how much time we spend together, but no more than 6 months. I mean, let's
Have you
cut to
been?
the chase. I'm grown.
That's what I was about to say.
Like,
It
I don't
is
have
because
time.
of based on age too.
Yeah.
Like
not
what
22.
season that you're in.
Yeah.
If you're in your 20s, then that's different. But
I'm
if
not.
you're in your 30s and you know that that's something that you want to do, you don't have
A
like
year
what
or
do I would
two.
say? We ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah, who got that kind of time?
I got that
Different
kind of time. I got that kind of time. So I don't have 2 years for you to
Figure
figure
it
it
out.
out.
Right.
And I'm mid 30s. I'm not. I'm older. But if you're in your mid 30s, you don't have 2 years for somebody
Yeah.
to figure out if
30s.
if they feeling you or not.
It doesn't take any man 2 years. It doesn't even take them 6 months to know if they want to marry.
Right.
I always tell this story of a very what would I call it? A very popular athlete that I once heard speak. He and his wife, and he was actually living with a woman at the time, and then he met his wife somewhere, and he said, time he saw her, he knew that was his wife, and they shared this story. And he said, I gave her all my phone numbers. Like he had multiple telephones.
All right,
I got 2.
And he said I gave her all. He said I gave her all the numbers, and she literally said how he pursued her because it's a given. You'll see guys date someone years and years and years, and in 6 months they got somebody new, and then they're engaged. Because men,
And I'm on Instagram like
no, And the men know. I'm just saying.
The man
men
knows.
know.
The man knows.
And you
We let them
cannot
off the hook a lot.
out-sex the other woman. We got to get that one off the
Excuse me,
table.
what?
You cannot sex the other woman. It's not about
I mean,
that.
this conversation's junk.
Yeah, like
No,
what-
another conversation.
Yeah.
I just had recently with a really dear relative of mine, and she said normally in the first week I give it to him. I give it to him.
I don't know if you should be telling us. Continue. Go
I
ahead.
didn't call names.
Yeah, all right.
I don't call names. And she said, no, I just give it to him. She said, but then it didn't work for me because she had been in this relationship for a couple of years, and this guy just kept putting her off. And then she meets her now husband, who was willing to wait.
Oh, worth
Yeah,
it.
because
Worth the
she
wait.
set the standard. She said I set a different standard, and he
Got
was
different
willing,
results.
and she got and he wiped her up quick.
Speaking of standards, do you feel like, cause I feel like we're in the same boat, when you set these said standards in the beginning, that is an easy way to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
if they'll stay or not?
I'm literally telling certain individuals, people, you know, I'm looking to get married. I want my last name changed, like Tiffany Poe said. I want my last name changed. I want my eggs cracked. You know. What? It's a joke. Maybe she wants.
Okay. Get your eggs cracked. I want my eggs.
I want my last name changed, meaning I want to be married. I want my
Right.
eggs cracked, meaning I want to have babies.
So
No. Let's get back to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Charity, we're staying on top. But what I'm saying is, if you tell somebody immediately, first, second, third day, by the third day, look, this is what I'm trying to do.
I don't agree with coming in saying, look, I'm looking for a husband. I'm
Well,
looking for a
no,
husband."
she didn't say. Well,
I
it
set
sounds
my
like.
intentions. I let them know what this is. I'm
In
not
the
playing
first
around.
3 days,
Right,
she
Just
just
listening
did
and
one.
chilling.
Right.
Like if you're looking, I even told them, if you're looking for that, I got plenty of girls who do that.
Probably by, like I said, third date
Yeah.
is when you bring that
I'm letting them
up.
know, like,
And then they'll
you
be
don't have
like,
to do this, and then they'll weed themselves out.
Yeah.
because they know you're not the playboy.
But what about the guys that act like they are okay with those situations, but really they fraud?
No, they're super fraud.
Fraud.
But I have a good sense of discernment, and then oh my God, like if you tell this one right here, she gonna pray him out your life anyway. So
No, I don't pray them away. I look. So when I look at something, I can tell when somebody is really into somebody and somebody is not. I can just tell, and but it's discernment. And you guys have the same opportunity to have the same discernment.
Oh, I have
and I
it.
think this is what we don't talk about is, you know, they call it for non-faith people. You guys call it intuition. Okay, it's discernment. If you have a spirit, then your spirit talks to you, and you know if that person is good for you or not good for you, and you can tell that very early on. And stop thinking you can fix a person. You cannot fix anybody.
I don't have that kind of
Counselors can't even fix some
I don't
people.
have that kind of time.
You know, so when people show you who they are, believe it. And this is what I always tell my young women here: don't give nobody over a year of your time.
Oh, no.
That's just way too much time.
Why do we see so much in these men? I guess. What is wrong with men? Is that a good way to put it?
I think for me, I think women don't realize that they're the prize, and they put the man as the prize, and then we put him on a pedestal, and then we let them get away with murder. It is literally stuff that you wouldn't let anybody else in your life get away with, but because you want to be wiped up, you take on
it's okay.
trash men or
Yeah.
trash tendencies.
Yeah.
Given by these guys, like not responding to your messages, going
ghost
ghost.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you're
Dating.
supposed to understand that they have a lot of work to do, and they are just stressed out at work and
If you're not a
whatever.
neurosurgeon and saving lives, and I dated like.
Oh, you said a
No,
neurosurgeon?
I'm just. There's people you don't know about, but I'm saying I've dated people that are extremely successful
Right.
that could literally be. I'm not gonna say what they do, but just extremely successful,
Right.
and they'll find time to text me and
Yeah.
say this is what I'm doing. So if you're just not to be funny, but like working a normal 9 to 5, which you know whatever,
You have time.
and you're acting like you don't have time to text me, well bye. No.
Okay, so
Text me
I
back.
have, the times has changed, and I think you said, well, what's wrong with men?
Right.
Parents. That we parent our girls one way, and
Right.
we parent our sons a different way. Now,
My husband has said, put the guy to my
I will tell my sons, all of them, you don't play with women's hearts.
Right.
I would tell them, don't waste their eggs. Like you're
Right.
wasting their childbearing.
You trying to get them what?
It's
It's correct.
But I'm not saying anything to my daughters that I'm not saying to my sons, is what
Right.
I'm saying. And so, are they following those directives? Well, they're not married yet. So, but I stop every now. I stop every.
She said,
No, no,
This is her yelling.
no. But I'm just saying. I'm saying the guys. I'm saying
Oh,
I'm
the
talking about
boys.
my sons.
The boys.
But I do stop every now and then, and I say, "Let me pull your coat. I think that's a really nice person over there. You know, how are you going to get to know that person if you don't spend more time with that person,
Right.
and then become committed to that person? Our relationship is going to have issues." So I'm gonna close it out with parents. Parents need to do a better job
Every day.
in parenting their sons,
But-
and then having that conversation with them very early of the importance of commitment and marriage.
Okay, but that's not gonna help Charity and Commission
Just
now.
me.
Because that was a different
No,
generation.
I understand, but
same
this
here now.
generation of parents, you,
Right.
Jordan, our granddaughter's coming up. We talk to her when you have sons, you
I talk to
and
my
your
boys,
husband, yeah, you have a responsibility to parent equally.
Right.
So we need to talk about mutual respect, expectations, and why we date. I think that was the top of the question. Why we date? To get married. Period. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
People
court
don't
to
want to be
marry.
just living together.
Yeah.
People want to be married.
You court to marry, and
You court
it's
to
like
marry.
if you believe in the Bible and you read the Bible, you know the Bible, you do know biblically you're supposed to court to marry.
Right.
So nobody has time to just be, you know,
Loosey
waiting on-
goosey.
Yeah.
Kind of
I
time.
had that
What?
Here are some techniques of how to stay in control of dating. I'm gonna start with holding the other person accountable. Don't always say it's okay when
When you know.
they're texting back at midnight. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Just tell them what it is that you want. So if you want to go on a date to a certain place, they can't read your mind. You kind of have to
Right.
give a little in that aspect. Misha, what do you think? How do you stay in control of your dating life?
Just say be intentional,
Okay.
be direct, say exactly what you're looking for. I mean, it kind of just weeds out all that fluff. You know what I mean? You don't look up 3-4 months from now and you're like, dang, I dated this guy 4 months of
Right.
my time. When really, sometimes I've had to do this. You have to look at yourself and say, well, I really wasn't telling him what I wanted. You know, I was kind of going with the flow, you know, whatever, knowing that that's not what I wanted. So, not being like desperate and lonely and just going on
Right.
dates just to get a meal. First of all, that's not me, and it's not cute, ladies. Like, seriously.
Another thing is stop being so available. Like, I know you want to be available, but you know, Kamishi, I think, well, we've all had this conversation. When somebody has text you or call you and then they also go ghost, as you guys were saying, and then time they text you back, you feel like you got to respond back to them.
Right.
You know, stop being so available. You know, if you don't have anything to do, don't let people know you don't have anything to do.
You could be sitting in your bed in your room and be like, oh my God, I'm so busy.
So those are a few tips of how we're going to stay in control of our dating. Y'all tell us how you can stay in control too.
Leave a comment. Down there. I want to close out with I'm a woman who's in control.
No extra.
So extra.
Ah.